Hello and welcome back once again to Ask the Experts. We're here again with Ken Pierce. Now Ken, this has become our most successful series, and that's really because of the response we keep getting, and people asking more questions and wanting to know more, and I really think you're making a difference out there, so that's why we keep having you back. And so one of the questions that has come in, and it's come in a variety of different ways, so I can't say there's a standard question here, but they all more or less have to do with emotions like, how do I get control of my anger? Or, how do I not lose my patience? And I guess the question is, how do I gain some self-control? But they've come in sort of many different forms.
Sure. Well, actually, it's interesting because in Los Angeles, there's a man named Dr. William Glasser, and he's a former chemical engineer who became a psychiatrist. And he developed a theory called choice theory. And inside that theory of human behavior, there's a tool which he calls the total behavior. And basically what he says is every behavior we have, every emotion we have, has four parts, four components. There's what we do and what we think, which create how we feel and our physiology. And that's what goes on inside our body. The metaphor he uses is a front-wheel drive car, where the engine, which is our needs, is connected to the front wheels, which is our doing and thinking. And the back wheels have to follow the front wheels, so our feeling and our physiology of our body have to follow what we do and think. So for example, if I said to you, think of the best day of your life, and you went to perhaps, I don't know, a wedding day or something, you say, oh, and you stop and say, stop, I think, oh yeah, okay, that feels good. And your body starts to relax. If I said to you, what's the worst day of your life? You go to something else, think about it, feel something probably negative, and your body physiology changes. Well, that concept, that tool, is very empowering, because what it does, it reminds us that we have control of how we feel. Nobody can actually make us feel anything without our prior permission. So for example, if I insulted you in some way, I said something, you'd have to first decide to stay and listen. Decide to stay is one, listen second, third process, fourth develop a response, and five decide whether you want to say it or not. 5 decisions you have to make before you can feel anything. So when we realize how powerful we are as people, how much we control ourselves, it frees us. So we're not afraid of our emotions.
Okay. So let me give you, I think, what could be a common scenario out there right now. Gee, Ken, I've lost my job. I've been laid off. Things are tough out there right now. Yeah. And I don't feel very good. In fact, I think I'm probably depressed.
Sure.
So, how do I choose not to feel like that? What can I do?
I'd say to you, what are you doing while you're feeling depressed? And let's say they say, well, I'm sitting down, I'm staring out the window, I'm watching television. I said, okay, what would happen if you went for a walk? And while you're walking, you thought about, consciously at first, all the people that care about you. Or that you can walk. That the person in the wheelchair walking down the street or coming can't walk. And you start actually taking control of what you do with your body and how you think. And there's 2 levels of thinking. There's thinking about the situation and then thinking about yourself in it. So you take control of both. Say, well, I'm walking down the street and I'm noticing that as I walk, it feels better in some way. Well, you're starting to take control, to make decisions, you change your doing and thinking, which will change how you feel and your physiology. And as you practice that, you'll start feeling better.
Okay, so you would step out of the physical situation. So change your environment.
Yep.
And then once you're out of the environment, purposely start rethinking of other things that are positive and,
exactly.
and things that you'd maybe like to be doing or could be doing, or the
Sure.
positives, and weigh those values out again.
And just keep doing that, and it becomes, research shows that if you do something 11 times, it becomes a habit. So do it 11 times a day, and you will remove your depressive thinking.
Okay, so here's another tough one for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done that. I still don't have a job. Now what?
Then I'd say to you, okay, you live in the job, what's the benefit? I'd go to the law of symmetry, which says that everything's 50-50. So if you're still unemployed and you're saying you want a job, I say, okay, what's the benefit of not having a job while you want a job? Because that's usually tied to something more important inside you, some important value that you haven't actually perhaps brought to your awareness yet. And as you bring that to your awareness, then you're ready to make a plan that'll move you forward.
Okay, so I thought I had him there once again. Put him in the bear trap, and he'd come up with a very good answer. And really, it's about continuing to think and continuing to be active and continuing to maybe get on those park benches that we talk about in one of the other videos, to examining what it is you do. So we're going to keep going with Ken, and we'll be back again next time to really help delve deeper into maybe some of these other things he's talking about, because of course we only have so much time in each video. So thanks once again, Ken, for the really taking the time and helping really our viewing audience. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.